Hello, everybody. You are listening to The Crimson Venue. My name is Joe. It is 3:34, and we have some special guests with us today.
Do we really? This is really exciting. This is DJ Just Jeff, and I'm really excited about these guys. I got to see them at Kilby Court while we were presenting Matt Hires about a month ago, right? Yeah. And someone else was here as well.
Yeah, I'm DJ Danny Sino, and I was also there.
And I think that's enough of us talking. You guys ready to play?
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, this is Grizzly Goat.
And quickly, my dear, quicker than Paul Revere. Indiana, ain't you got it all? Harrison County, my man, the extent of my plan. Motorcycles from spring to fall, two rows in a yellow wood. Don't matter which one is good. Spirits here tonight, just above the firelight, hung up like tobacco out to dry. Got a secret I ain't told, one left that I ain't sold. Indiana, I think you know why. River Jordan, it ain't all that deep. Often I cross it in my sleep. The Ohio, I know which is the sacred side.
Song. Wonderful first song.
Thank you. Hopefully the second one will be as good.
What was the title of that one?
That one was called Southern Indiana. That's where me and Ben were raised. Or no, just kidding. That's where I was raised. But me and Ben went back there a couple summers ago. Yeah. So this next song we're going to do is called As My Brother. I got to get my guitar in tune now. I'm usually not that picky about if my guitar's in tune or not, but we are on the radio, so.
Yeah, I think I'm just
okay. I'm gonna switch over for you. So.
I guess
guess I'm supposed to say something.
So where are you guys based out of?
So we're based out of Provo right now. We're kind of all from different places, but we all kind of moved to Provo for music. At least I know me and Nate did. and yeah, so we all had our own little things going on, and we just kind of met each other playing, and this is Grizzly Goat now. So
Nice. And how long have you guys been a band?
In this form,
a couple years, a year.
well,
It kind of keeps changing, but
yeah.
the main form right now.
With three of us have been, over a year now, and then Grace, we had her maybe 6 months ago. Yeah.
All right, very nice. You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Well, sometimes you gotta travel with no one place in mind. And it might be a city block, or it might be that whole world wide. And sometimes you might drink, 'cause the day's gone long. But beware that raindrop sometimes leads you to a pond. To everything there is a season. This one's coming to an end. I have loved you as my brother, so Godspeed to you, my friend. Oh, Godspeed. And sometimes you might fight. Can't imagine in the right. When you're boiling inside, make sure it is not just your pride. Don't you compromise wholly. Don't block your heart from above. Find it don't change at them state lines. No, you can't regulate love. To everything there is a season. This one's coming to an end. And I have loved you as my brother, so Godspeed to you, my friend. Oh, Godspeed. Thank you. Yeah.
That was so good.
Thank you. Hey, Alex, you want to pick up that guitar?
Yeah.
It's a little bit out of tune. So this next song we're going to do is called Out of Sight, Ain't Out of Mind. We're recording a CD. We went down to Duck Creek in southern Utah, and stayed at a cabin there for 3 days and did 3 18-hour days in a row recording the bulk of it. This is one off that new one. This is the Tearjerker. So yeah, you better get your Kleenexes out.
I thought the last one was a tearjerker.
You came prepared. You must cry a lot. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I cry a lot.
For the listeners,
My
Danny
wife-
has a whole stack of napkins ready to cry into.
No. My wife makes fun of me because I cry at like every movie. I didn't realize Forrest Gump was so like touching. It really is.
That is the one movie that actually makes me cry.
Yeah. I watched it as a kid. I just thought it was cool because, it was cool. But anyway, so this song is not anything to do with Forrest Gump, but I think he would have liked it. So we're still just tuning away. What's your guys' favorite movies?
Mine's actually Forrest Gump.
Okay, well,
I tell everyone it's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but I actually I don't think there's a better movie out there, in my opinion, than Forrest Gump.
Then Forrest Gump, yeah.
Just like the way Tom Hanks plays that character is perfect.
Yeah. I also thought Land Before Time Part 7 was pretty good. But Forrest Gump's good too. All right, here we go.
That's tough competition right there. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, now patience. It ain't my strong suit, but I'm changing. The dark clouds that I'm engaged in, I can't leave them behind. And oh, believe me, it would not be that hard to leave me. Hell, it would be pretty easy, but out of sight ain't out of mind. Out of sight ain't out of mind. No, no, no. Out of sight ain't out of mind. And my father tried to warn me all about this. Confidence comes from a sweet kiss. The lack thereof is a living hell. So I buried all the love I ever carried, up until the point we married. Where it sit, I'll never tell. But out of sight ain't out of mind. No, no, no. Out of sight ain't out of mind. And I tell you truly, I have known the depths of lonely. Even if I weren't the person sleeping in my bed. Out of sight, ain't out of mind. No, no, no. Out of sight, ain't out of mind. I can't leave them behind. No, no, no. Out of sight, ain't out of mind. Cool. Thank you.
That one was really good.
Yeah.
They're all really good, I gotta say. Yeah, you're right. That is a tearjerker.
All right. Well, here's another tearjerker. We're just doing a button. Let's do Emma.
Yeah, okay.
You got your slide.
We're doing it.
Do you
Do you
want
wanna-
to take it then?
Do you want to use
Stay
this?
tuned to watch us drown in the studio. Listen to us drown in the
Okay.
studio because they're making us try so much.
Huh?
Literally, like, whoever didn't install drains. And I also feel bad because we're on the 3rd floor of the union, and we're gonna flood the entire union. So I apologize to any events coming up in the ballroom.
Get out while you can.
Get out of the cafeteria. Everything is about to come down.
Honestly, though, it's these guys are really good.
Cool. So, oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
So me and Ben both liked the same girl in high school,
Oh
and
no.
we didn't tell each other. But this is one of those like really good girls that neither Ben or I would have a chance with.
She was unattainable, so we never really talked.
We never even tried. You know, we knew it was so far out of our reach. But it did provide us with songs. And it wasn't until like years later I was like, hey man, this song is about this girl. He's like, no way, man. And one of the songs he wrote was also about the same girl. Her name isn't Emma, but the song's called Emma. I was too afraid that she would figure out
No?
the song was about her, so I didn't use her name.
I'm just gonna pick it like a heathen.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. One, two, three. And I try my best to impress, I can only fake so long. And I try doing right, but I find myself in the wrong. And I love it when you smile at me. But I know that smile, it ain't half of what it could be. Oh, Emma, you know I don't have to stay here. Oh, Emma, I can leave you alone. Oh, Emma, I'd rather have you happy than to merely have you for my own. And I get lost in my thoughts, but no, I ain't confused. I just want to be found with someone that I won't lose. That phone on the wall, it don't ring, but I know it could. If you'd only call me and tell me where I stood. than to merely have you for my home. Cool.
Is the set gonna get any happier?
No, this is about as happy as it gets.
We have a lot of rock and roll songs, but we're drummerless right now, and I don't even know if we could get drums in here in the
Yeah.
first place. So.
So we're doing all our sad songs for this beautiful spring day.
I noticed.
That was great.
Ah, it's so good though.
What do we got next?
Nevada.
So we got what? How many more songs do you feel like doing?
Well, what time is it?
We've been going right now about 25 minutes, but
Is there one more?
Yeah, we'll just do one more.
that sounds good.
This one is called Nevada.
Okay.
I was in Nevada when I got expelled from seminary. But don't get the wrong idea. I go to church every Sunday and I love it and everything's great. But I have some frustrations about getting expelled from seminary, and that kind of comes out in the song. Basically, the point of the song is faith without works is dead. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little biblical, so if you've read the Bible, you'll understand more of it. But I'd rather climb Jacob's ladder than that Tower of Babel. Nevada ain't home, and them lights are a fable. And I won't listen to man tell me about my soul. He just wants the attention that comes with making someone whole. Let's say fine right, my brother, if fine right, you know. Well, I've loved wild horses, but I let them go. My thumb don't know the Bible like it once did, but I can fire off a shot like the Sundance Kid. I got my freedom to choose. Straight at nets, I let them pass through. Call it mean, call it pride, telling me to pick a side. Call it wrong, I'll call the cards. The darkest night has got the brightest of stars. Goliath was a man, he was strong and tall, but he got done like Jericho's walls. It was not mere words that laid Goliath low, but a heavenly sent hell of a throw. I got my freedom to choose. I'd rather go to hell than heaven with you. And I have seen the blind lead the blind. 10,000 words, they ruin my mind. You call it mean, you call it pride, telling me to pick a side. You call it wrong, I'll call the cards. The darkest night has got the brightest of stars. Cool, thank you.
Again, absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get you some chairs?
I always stand. Well,
Here, you sure? Yeah, we can.
well, we don't need to take your chair.
I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, so that was. Remind everyone your name again.
So we are Grizzly Goat.
All right.
Yeah.
No, solid. And are you guys like any shows anytime soon coming up, or do you have any albums you want us to promote?
So we have an album out, which is called Boring Conversation Anyways. If you guys have seen Star Wars and A New Hope, Han Solo like shoots the like radio thing, and when he shoots it, he's like boring conversation anyways, right? Anyways, so that's where that's from. But we got a CD. That's out. You can find that on iTunes or Bandcamp or anything. But we're recording our next one right now.
Nice.
As far as shows go, we don't really have too many here in Utah coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We're mostly just trying to get ready for that, just before our tour, right?
Yeah. So we got a big tour coming up this summer. We're doing a date at a Bluegrass Fest in Nevada in May. We're gonna be on TV in like 3 weeks.
We are.
Yeah.
Did you tell me or just I just forgot?
I don't know. So yeah,
I guess I'm gonna be on TV.
yeah, we're gonna be on TV in like April 23rd or something like that.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. I'm not the best at communicating with anybody like what we're doing.
It's like, oh, by the way, just show up here. What do we do? Just be there.
Well, Grace got in the car to come here, and she's like, "Hey, what are we doing?" Oh, we're gonna be on the radio.
I just,
that part.
Right.
I totally get that.
exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Was the conversation? What are we going all the way to Salt Lake for?
Yeah.
Good
Oh.
Mexican food.
But we had Mike and Ike, so we were like set. We were
I'm
good.
Yeah,
happy.
we can make it all the way to Idaho. I'm good
Is that
with
how he pays you, just in Mike and Ike's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good gig. I like it.
I did notice though, like throughout your performances, that you have a very good stage presence. Being able to watch you guys, and you guys know your way around microphones, and
Yeah.
the whole. You can't really tell listeners, but these guys are really professional. I'm very impressed with them.
Thanks.
That's nice of you to say.
No,
I don't think you know us that well.
Usually we break everything.
Yeah.
Like every show.
Yeah.
Yeah, cables like explode mid-show and yeah.
Well, it definitely didn't happen when I saw you guys. So.
Yeah, well, that's because.
We only had 2 cables to blow, so it's
Right.
When we have the full setup, there's like
There's-
5 or 6 of us. Everyone's plugged in and keeps changing instruments and yeah. So last time we played, I think we had 15 channels on the mixer
Right.
for the sound guy.
So I mean, we often play with 6 people. Only 4 of them are here today, but so that can be a little hectic for the sound guy.
Just for everyone who's listening right now, we currently have 3 channels. One of them's for us fools back here from the radio. So we got 2 microphones on these guys, and it sounded that good.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
We used to play, me and Ben, down in Las Vegas, and the music scene there is complete like hardcore thrash metal, Satan metal. I don't know.
You can hear the influences in our sound,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And so we used to get up there with a banjo and a mandolin and acoustic guitar, and the sound guys would have the worst time with that, coming from like thrash core bands to this like folk band. So we learned how to crowd a mic,
Yeah.
just out of necessity.
Mhm.
So,
The beard acts as a buffer.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pop filter.
So when you guys all tell your story about how you joined this particular version of the band.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll start because and then when it comes to another person, the other person will tell. So.
And don't forget to introduce yourself as well.
So I'm Nate, and before we're all like LDS, and we before me and Ben went on our missions, Ben went to Germany, I went to the Philippines. We were known as Nate Wagner and the Easies, and when we got back, it was like, well, Ben's just as invested in this as I am, so I can't be like Nate Wagner and the Easies, So we, just started hitting music really hard, and we already had a bunch of songs saved up from before the mission, and then I'd written like 40 or so while I was gone. So we had a lot to work through. We're still working through those, actually. And then
I'm Ben. Hi. So I guess my story starts when I was like 15, I guess. I picked up a guitar. I was like, I'm going to be Led Zeppelin someday. And so I worked super hard to learn Stairway to Heaven like every 15-year-old kid, you know. And then I met Nate, and then he like handed me a mandolin. He's like, hey, play a show with me in 2 weeks. And I was like, okay. And so I had no idea what I was doing, but I kind of figured it out. I should be better at mandolin for how long we've been playing, but whatever. Yeah, and then we just kind of kept playing longer and longer, and then yeah, of course we left for a little bit for our missions, and yeah, then we got back, and I guess Nate already
moved to Provo.
We moved out of the thrash metal scene for unknown reasons. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess, for me. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and then me and Grace, like, we play in another group down in Provo, actually a couple groups. And then whoa, microphone just got super close.
There we are.
I feel much closer to our listeners right now. Anyways, yeah, we play a lot of folk, bluegrass, Celtic music down there, and I think we just met at like a show that we did together, and Nate talked to us afterwards and was like, "You want to come play with our band?" And we were like, "Yeah, we'll come play." Or I started, and then Grace jumped in a little bit later, and
Alex mentioned that they wanted to, have a jam sometime, so I went over and we practiced over at Ben's house. He lives there with, another one of our band members who wasn't able to be here today, but I just walked in and they're all playing in the garage. There's a huge American flag stuff up on the wall, and I'm like, I don't know who these guys are, but I like this. I want to be a part of it. And then we played a show, and I think I practically begged Nate afterwards, let me be in the band.
It didn't take too much convincing, because Grace is like a 2-time national champion fiddle player, something like that. Or is it world champion?
National.
National only. Okay.
I guess that'll do.
That'll do. Yeah. But yeah. So about the American flag, most shows we play with the American flag behind us, because we love America.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No.
All right, awesome. So, what are you guys' influence? You guys obviously have a very folky sound. Is there a particular artist that you're really interested in that influenced you as musicians, or is this all off the top of your head?
Backstreet Boys.
Classic.
Thrash metal.
Classics.
No.
Thrash Street Boys.
We actually like a pretty diverse amount of music. Ben was raised like a good Christian boy on Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, pretty much all my influence comes from classic rock. I really didn't get into folk or even really modern music until I realized there was modern music.
Yeah.
When I was like 16 or so. All the folk I grew up on was probably Neil Young, some America, some Bread, some cheesy folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we really like folk music. I also really like hippie jam bands, like Grateful Dead and String Cheese Incident and whatnot. So
We were talking about this on the way up, actually. I think Nate is trying to wrap his mind around why I like certain music, maybe.
yeah, it confuses me.
But yeah, I just like weird stuff, like
Like what?
Like what?
like Britney Spears and stuff. No, just kidding. I like when I listen to music, I don't want to hear what I always hear. Like I don't want the standard set of chords and the standard structure, and so like people like Deerhoof or Tune Yards or anything that Chris Thiele does, mandolin player. If you don't know him, you should look him up. He's great. Or Edgar Meyer. I just think that stuff's great. Very mind expanding and exciting.
Nearly as good as Britney Spears.
Almost as good as Britney Spears, yes.
I don't know, those Thrash Street Boys, though.
Thrash. that's a hard one to say. Thrash Street Boys is top of the
Top line.
yeah.
And then are all of you guys from Utah then, or
One
Are any
of
of
us.
us? Oh, yeah.
One of us.
Yeah.
you're from
Pleasant Grove, born and raised.
Very nice, very nice.
Ben's from Las Vegas. I already said earlier I'm from Indiana, and then Alex over there.
North Carolina. Yeah.
Me and Nate met in Las Vegas in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
So I moved to Las Vegas. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
But it's not where I'm from. Just throwing it out.
I was the only person in Las Vegas who listened to folk music,
Right.
so yeah,
It's
it's kind
good.
of awkward sometimes.
Right.
So it was destiny, is what you're telling me.
It was.
Yeah,
we just
basically.
gravitated towards each other. We were the only people not wearing FMF shirts, and we just gravitated towards each other.
Yeah.
Just to give everyone an idea of who we're dealing with, of who these guys are, literally all of the dudes are wearing plaid. Like they all have the checkered shirts right now. Remind me of your name?
Alex.
Alex right now has the nice full beard with the hair and what is that? A range safety red cap he's got on his head.
I stole this from Nate.
So basically, he looks like right out of downtown San Francisco. Might as well be in a business anyway. No, and then we got another.
Ben.
Ben's also rocking the nice full mane
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Got the long hair.
Look-
And
I
he's,
wanted
I got some scrub.
Yeah, he's got some scruff, and he also no, you look like you're a missionary. Just
well, you look like you go to BYU, correct? So
Right.
You
so
can't.
that's-
Okay,
that's
okay,
the-
that makes
this
sense.
is as much as I can get away with before I have to take a test again.
yeah.
He gets a lot of dirty looks whenever
Yeah.
doesn't shave every day.
No. Well.
Should we have mentioned that he's from BYU, Jeff? I think we just lost half the viewers.
I think we might have lost 3/4 of them.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh,
Should've
well,
I don't care either way.
I promise they're cool.
If it makes any difference, I go to UVU. I know it's not as half as great as U of U, but I mean, it's like BYU's.
We don't hate you as much.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, anyway, so to get this back on track, question I ask basically everybody who comes in and does an interview here: if you guys had to be a breakfast cereal, either individually or as a band, which one is it? Or like, would you create your own? Like, what's the opinion here?
First one that comes to mind for me is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I mean, it's just delightful. Like, it's pleasant to eat, and then afterwards, your milk tastes like horchata. You know.
It's
Yeah.
never a bad thing.
It's like filling. Do you guys have any other ones that you?
The Grizzly Goats
Oh,
makes
Grizzly
your
Goat
milk
or each personal
taste like
Grizzly
horchata.
The tagline of the next album.
I'm just trying to think of like really gross stuff because I don't want to be eaten, you know?
Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran and buttermilk. Yeah.
Unpasteurized buttermilk Raisin Bran.
She's gonna be like, I should try that sometime.
Yeah.
Watch that become the next big thing.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Just like the Grizzly Goats. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are great.
Anything else you guys want to mention before we wrap up?
We love you.
Yeah. Thanks so much for
And,
having us up.
Thank you for having
Oh, it's been a
us.
real
Sounds
pleasure.
good.
We should have brought our Micanics in
Yeah.
to share.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
Awesome.
We got pretty big things coming our way, so if you follow us
Oh, yeah.
on Facebook and
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah.
If you like us, find us on Facebook and like us there.
We got new music coming out within the next few months. We're headed back east this summer
Yeah.
in August. Yeah.
Cool.
And of course, more shows to come.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you guys for coming in. It's always wonderful to hear from a very talented group of people of a band. I'm so in awe of the chance that I basically had a private concert here. We basically had a private concert, and it was wonderful. So please check out the Grizzly Goats. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful time. Wonderful
Nate
guests.
wants to say something real quick.
Oh, did you really?
It's just for people to find us. It's just Grizzly Goat
Grizzly
Yeah,
Goat.
Nate's really mad
Grizzly
at you
Goat.
guys.
No, I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not mad. It's fine.
No, we are the Grizzly Goats, but the band
Yeah.
is Grizzly Goat.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Common
Yeah,
misconception.
collectively we are the Grizzly Goats, but the name of the band's just Grizzly Goat. Yeah.
Okay, our mistake.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming in. That was Grizzly Goat. They're fantastic. Look them up on Facebook.
All right. Thank you.